There we go. Hey guys, I guess we'll be back with more Paper Mario 64 in just a moment. But we're going to try and watch the Nintendo Direct. And I guess it's a good thing that there are some people here because when I did the Pokemon Day Direct, like the reaction for it, I realized that I was a bit loud compared to the actual video, so just let me know if I'm too quiet or too loud against the video. I did try to do something to fix it up. But yeah, I'll do my best. Hey there, Shawnee. Good to see ya. You'd like to apologize? Is this about last night where you nat 20'd me multiple times? Yes, I knew it. Ah, yes, that D&D session where I was nat 20'd multiple times. Yeah, our DM rolled goddamn 5 nat 20s. Like, what? Was it 5? I'm pretty sure. It was 5 or more nat 20s against us when we're fighting against something that has got legendary attacks, like, or, like, a boss creature doing so many nat 20s. Thank goodness there was a nat 1 in there, but, like, goodness gracious. I was, like, it got to a point that when I saw him roll the D100, I'm like, yep, another nat 20. Anyways, I guess we will get to, this, reaction, and we'll see how we go. I have tried my best to avoid, like, all spoilers whatsoever. Hey there, Blub, good to see ya. It's nice to see those emotes are working as well, but it seems to only be working in my chat and not in the, Dream Elements chat. I've got to figure what that's all about. Anyways, I guess we shall get on with it and start, less waffling. So, yeah, let me know if the video's too loud, or I'm too loud, or vice versa, where just, you know. Alright. Okay. So apparently AJ said that it was really good direct. I have tried my best to avoid everything, so... Oh, it's loud? Okay, is it me or the audio's loud? I can turn it down. It's a good thing the video. Okay, good. Maybe that will do. Technically we can just go back, right? See how it sounds again? Until we get the audio right. How's that? Is that a little bit better? A little soft, but not bad. Okay, I'll just turn it up just slightly. Alright. Let's go from here then. No! I think is this what I think it is? Please tell me it's what I think it is. Please!
Luigi!
Yes! It's a Mario Luigi game! Yes! I love these series! I was so scared when it was like gone. Oh my god! My boys! And it sounds like it's Charles Martinet's voice too. But I mean, like, they had set voices already. But oh my goodness, it's so weird to see this art style in like 3D models over the whole like pixel art they've been known for. Oh, I love the animation, how squishy it is. It's so good. Oh my goodness, I love how expressive the two are. Hey, there's Peach. I do like the NPC designs too, they're quite cute as well. Oh dang, they made the the most basic attack so dynamic. Mario and Luigi, brothership. Nice. I'm so excited. I was so sad when Alpha Dream closed, so I didn't think there was going to be a thing. Oh, it's this year too.
Hello everyone, I'm Shinya Takahashi, and I'll be your guide for today's Nintendo Direct.
Yeah, just close the direct now.
That was the first new entry in the Mario and Luigi series.
Dang it,
in
I've got to
almost
now
9
really play
years.
this series like as a
Mario and
full-on
Luigi
stream.
Brothership. Please look forward to a seafaring adventure that unfolds across mysterious islands, as well as evolved Bros moves with
I
Mario
love how
and
fluffy
Luigi.
they look. Like when they like all their bounces and their hats
Okay,
bounce as well.
let's
So
see
good.
the first batch of headlines.
So much life to the animation.
Bring the championships home.
I think I
or
did.
on the go.
I did see this thing.
The thrill of the Nintendo World Championships is heading to the Nintendo Switch system.
Yes, I did see this
Take
on the
over
Switch.
150 speedrunning challenges from across 13 NES games, from lightning-fast feats to action-packed battles. Familiarize yourself with each challenge and perfect your timing. Then give it your best shot and aim for the
Interesting.
top of the online
I'm sure a lot of retro
leaderboards.
players would love to play
You
this
can
game.
also try more difficult legend challenges.
Official speedrun support is awesome. Yeah, it
Like
is.
completing Super Mario Brothers
I
in
love
one
how
go using
they're
one
aware of
mouse.
speedrunning. Speedrunning's a huge thing. Sweaty boys would love it.
Stuck
Absolutely.
on a
That's
legend
that's all
challenge?
speedrunners. All
Check out
speedrunners are just
classified
sweats. To
information
be
for
real
handy
about it.
tips and tricks to help you
Nah,
improve.
but
Put your skills to the test.
just my
in
boy. Look at him in
survival mode,
pixel art.
where you'll
Me
race
being
against
biased,
ghost
even
data
though I've never played
players
his original
worldwide.
game.
After each round, half of the players will be eliminated. You've only got one shot.
I'm
to
still
survive.
shocked over the Mario and
Will you
Luigi
be the
being a
last
thing.
one standing?
So like,
Nintendo
it's a good thing there's a
World
bit of a cooldown
Championships
for me because
NES
I was
edition
just so
launches on
genuinely
Nintendo
shocked.
Switch, July 18th. Pre-orders
Don't
for
worry,
the digital
we'll
version
air
are
out all our
available
like
now on
reaction
Nintendo eShop.
discussions after
A
the
deluxe
direct.
set containing a physical version of the game and other bonus items
Ooh,
is also available.
that looks
for
pretty cool, I
pre-order.
must say.
The final battle of Fairy Tail is about to begin.
Oh my goodness, Fairy Tail. God, that's an old ass anime. My sister used to watch this.
Relive the climactic Alvarez Empire arc from the hit anime Fairy Tail in this action RPG.
Man, how old is this
Set in
one?
the vast kingdom of
Never-ending
Fiore,
animes.
Team
Yeah.
Natsu prepares to finish their fight.
At least it ain't a farming sim. That is true, we did have a big
Engage in
farming
battles
sim
and
direct
unleash powerful
back in the day.
attacks that fuse different kinds of magic based on who's in your party.
It looks quite clean, regardless. A little stiff on the animations, but like the models look quite nice. But man, I'm surprised Fairy Tail still gets
Fairy
attention
Tail
even to
2
this day.
launches
Like
on
how old is
Nintendo
the original
Switch
Fairy
this
Tail?
winter.
It's quite some time old now. But yeah.
Embark on a multi-dimensional journey. From Final Fantasy series creator
Oh?
Hironobu Sakaguchi
Yeah, I was like, yeah, this looks like a
and composer Nobuo Uematsu comes the turn-based RPG Fantasia.
Oh, okay, so it's like a
The world is slowly being robbed of its civilization.
I thought this might have
To
been Nair or
restore his
something.
memories,
No.
Leo must confront an evil entity.
But as soon as I saw the main
threatening
characters design,
all
I'm like, yep, this is
mankind.
Square Enix.
Skills are the ticket to winning battles.
Ah, okay, I see. So,
Adjust a skill's trajectory to target multiple enemies at once.
oh, interesting.
You can also send enemies you've encountered to a separate dimension and fight them later.
What?
The more enemies there are, the
Nah,
more you
I gotta
can
get
wipe
going through
out
this
in
area,
one
dude.
shot.
Shoves into pocket dimension.
Let them go!
Now, let us save the world together.
Yeah, just I'll grind these EXP later. Sticks in pocket.
Fantasia Neo Dimension launches on Nintendo Switch this
Definitely
holiday.
looks interesting. I have to look at calculus for them trick shots.
Another sport is coming to Spoko Square.
Oh, it's Nintendo Switch Sports. Basketball.
Basketball is being added
With
as a
totally not
free update
9S.
to the
I know, I
Nintendo
thought it was
Switch
Nier
sports
Ultima, I
game.
will admit. This game is still getting support. I guess it's kind of cool for those who do enjoy these games.
And shoot.
Still,
In
I don't know.
2-on-2
I miss the
matches using
Mii's. I like the
motion
Mii's a
controls.
bit better over these avatars, but that's just me growing up with the Mii's and being,
Try out
you know,
three-point challenge
biased.
solo.
Hella
and score
biased.
as many baskets as you can within the time
in
limit.
terms of like presentation, this game does look
Four
quite
players
nice.
can
It's
also
just,
compete
I'm
in
surprised it's still getting
five-streak
support, but it's a good thing it is.
Besides local play,
Have we ever
you can
had
team up with
basketball as
players
part of like
worldwide in 2-on-2
any of the
online matches.
Wii Sports games? I don't think so. Wii Sports Resort? Okay. I didn't
This
play
free
Sports
update
Resort,
for
so
Nintendo
I
Switch Sports
wasn't
dumps
entirely
its
sure.
way onto Nintendo Switch this summer.
Summer 2024. That's around this month, correct? Oh, I do like this art style, the pencil sketchy sort of design. Oh, it's just a little guy. Yeah, because it's winter over here in Australia, so that's why I was like, it's summer over there. Double check. Ooh, I do like the art style for this one. It's almost got a dreamlike feel to it. I definitely like that pencil feel to it. Oh, but it looks like it's one of these games that are really tough platformers, which I probably would suck at. Oh, I do love the way the character moves, though. Like, using the hair, or whatever those tendrils are, to move around. Japanese, Ori in the Blind Forest. Yeah, like that sort of thing. Mio, Memories in Orbit. Interesting, so new IP.
It's an array of cartoon classics.
That's really nice looking, gotta say.
Leap into a new update for Disney Illusion
Oh
Island.
yeah, this one's already out, isn't it?
Monarch's greatest detective is solving a mystery, and only Mickey and friends can help. In the brand new adventure, Mystery and Monarch.
I do like the art style
Uncover
for this one.
hints and
It's
evidence
charming.
scattered throughout the world. Then use the dashboard to crack each case. What big secret lies at the end? Start sleuthing because this free update launches
Oh,
on Nintendo
neat.
Switch
For them,
later
those people who
today.
enjoy this game.
Island Adventures await.
Ah, a Sanrio game. Which they call Hello Kitty because apparently they can't say Sanrio.
Customize your character.
Oh, these are quite cute.
Then befriend Hello Kitty, Kuromi, and other familiar faces in this.
It's not all about Hello
open-world
Kitty.
adventure.
What
Team
about
up
Cinema
with your
Roll?
new pals to solve
Oh, it's even got
mysteries
those
and
two as well, the
restore
twin
Friendship
stars.
Island when
So I guess it's got
Hello
like all the
Kitty
big
Island Adventure
Sanrio
launches as a
characters.
timed console
Oh, they have
exclusive on the
a
Nintendo Switch system
Gretsuko.
next year.
Interesting. Neat. Oh right, I guess a Gretsuko is like part of that.
Let's get loony in this wacky sports game. Play as Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, Porky Pig.
I was hoping for the Hello
and
Kitty
more
call of the
across
Cthulhu.
4 arcade-style sports.
Isn't that just Stray?
Unleash the full power of Acme across iconic levels.
That's what
in up
Stray
to
is, right?
4-player
Stray is just
local
Hello Kitty
co-op.
with
But
Cthulhu
watch
and
out for
stuff.
falling anvils. Looney Tunes Wacky World of Sports crashes onto Nintendo Switch this fall.
I don't know about the art style for this
That's
one.
all,
It
folks.
looks a bit janky.
Game on!
Looks-
Emergency meeting.
Oh,
New crewmate and imposter roles are being added to Among Us. Alert others
Stray
when
and
eliminated
eldritch
as a
horror. I don't know, those
noisemaker.
meat-eating
Plant
creatures look
tracking
pretty
devices
eldritch.
on others as a tracker, or turn invisible while taking out players as a phantom. Suss things out when this free update for Among Us sneaks onto Nintendo Switch later today.
like you see in the background blurred, it's just them running around.
A monster army is at your command.
That's kind of interesting that Among Us is getting... Did I know Among
This
Us
is
is getting more
Felicidad,
stuff?
a realm of monsters. Those who command and raise them are called Farmagia and play a vital role in the land's civilization.
Wait a second.
10, a Farmagia.
I was gonna
must
say, I was like, wait,
rise
this
up
is the
against
fairy tale art
oppressive
style again.
Magus to stop his
Like, you can
vicious
see it by
reign
the
of
eyes.
underworld. Raise monsters and lead
Yeah,
them
it's
into the
literally-
fight against the Magus' army.
Yeah, the name's a
Plant
bit...
seeds,
Eh.
then cultivate.
Ooh,
and harvest
I
them
don't
to
know
make
about
your
this one.
buddies come to life.
What the heck?
They can
It is
then
pretty
be
funny though, I gotta
trained
say.
for
But
battle.
yeah, the background's kind of a bit stiff compared to the game. Like,
Give
this looks like a
commands to
bit
your
more
monsters
with like, yeah, a
and
work in
exploit
progress
enemy
sort of game.
weaknesses in action-packed combat.
Maybe it'll look better on release, but yeah, it looks a bit too jank.
Merge all of the battle buddies in your party to
Well,
call
literally
forth
using
a
one-for-one
giant
fairy
fusion
tale
summon
characters again. Yeah,
and
they
wreak
look too
havoc
too
on
much
your
like fairy tale
foes.
characters, so I don't know how to feel about that.
Everyone, attack!
Plus, we're too busy with Stardew. We haven't
Join
finished
the
Stardew, so
rebellion
no
to
farming
stop
sims
the
anytime
Magus
soon.
in
because we're still
Farmagia,
trying to get the
launching on
perfection
Nintendo
rate.
Switch
We're at 60%.
November 1st.
So we're making progress. But yeah, that one doesn't really hold it for me. Oh, another, this game. I thought this was already on the Switch, wasn't it?
Donkey Kong Country Returns, originally released on the Wii system, is barreling onto Nintendo Switch in HD.
Wait, wasn't this
The
already on the
villainous Tiki
Switch,
Cat
or am I
tribe has
misremembering?
hypnotized the local wildlife and stolen Donkey Kong's precious banana hoard. Obstacles
Guy also
in the
made a
way?
space-time
Just stomp 'em
travel anime with the same problem too. Oof.
Pound 'em
When you like your OCs a bit too much.
and roll on through.
But yeah,
Each
I
level is
thought Donkey
filled
Kong
with
Country
high
Return was
jumps,
already
but they're
on
no match for these tough bananas.
on the Switch.
From
Or was it
Manic
Tropical
Mine
Freeze
Cart.
that's on the Switch? Huh. Well, I mean, if you like this sort of genre of game, it's a pretty good looking game. And pretty fun from what
And
I've
even
seen.
hitching a ride on Rambi.
Plus, I mean, there are big enthusiasts
There
for
are
country
plenty of
games.
transportation methods
Tropical
available.
Freeze back in 2017.
Pass a Joy-Con controller to a buddy for 2-player local co-op.
I am a fan of this the art style where they have in the
80
sunset with just the
appealing
highlights.
levels are in
That's
store,
really cool art style.
including the additional levels from the Nintendo 3DS
Yeah, so-
version.
Tropical Freeze is fantastic. Yeah, so this is just the
Donkey Kong
first one before
Country
Tropical
Returns
Freeze. So if you
HD
enjoyed Tropical Freeze, I
swings
guess
onto
this
the
is also
Nintendo
pretty
Switch
good.
System, January 16th.
Yeah, I swear.
One of Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong's jungle escapades returns in
I
HD.
thought it was already on the Switch, unless
Plenty of
Mandela
wild
effect or
actions
something.
and antics are in store with these Kongs. Next, please take a look at this.
Weird. All right, let's see what we got here. Oh, Dragon Quest! Let's go! The HD remake of Dragon Quest 3. I've been wanting to play this, so I am excited to see this.
Journey with allies to face the arch-fiend.
Oh, I do like the
on an
pixel art
epic
style of this too.
adventure.
But yeah, I need to really branch out my
Memorable
reach with Dragon
encounters.
Quest, and I really do want to. And I do like that they went for the HD
Perplexing challenges
HD pixel art.
and formidable monsters
Ooh.
await.
That looks really good. The battle,
An iconic
the battle
RPG
scenes.
remade in HD 2D.
Ah, this art style's so pretty.
Forge your own path. The legacy begins.
2.5D with nice processing goes a long way. Oh, look at that art, so good.
Dragon Quest III HD 2D remake.
Oh, that art looks so good.
Coming to Nintendo Switch, November 14th.
So this is November. So this is another game to put on my roster. Oh? Wait. Oh my goodness, they're adding 1 and 2 as well. What? They're just like, oh yeah, they talked about 3 all the time, and they're just like, nah, we'll add 1 and 2. What? I can play all 3?
任天堂ダイレクトをご覧の皆様、こんにちは、堀井雄二です。
Well, now I have no excuse. I have to play all 3.
ドラゴンクエスト3の映像、いかがでしたか？ようやく発売日を発表できて、
We had to
僕も嬉し
release 3
く思います。
before 2 and 1.
そして
Don't
今
worry,
日
it gives me
サプ
time.
ライズで発表したドラゴンクエスト1 and 2も HD2D で蘇ることが決定しました。
Oh, that's so exciting.
次回
I
の
was
年
like,
は
oh, this would be nice to play 3.
物語の
But yeah, now we get to play 1 and 2. I
3
know
1 2の順番で
one-
プレイしてもらうと
if they play 3, 1, and 2 in that order. Interesting. So they want you to play 3 first. I know 1 didn't have a really complex story because it was the very first game it was in the
どう
series.
も堀井雄二でした。
But yeah, I believe 2 had a bit more of a branching paths and stuff like that.
Thank you, Mr. Hori.
That's really cool.
We hope you're excited to play the entire Erdrick trilogy, now in HD 2D. Let's continue with more headlines.
Alright. Nice. I'm excited for that. Uh-oh.
Let's have some fun.
Is that just Freddy Fazbear? What?
Say hello to Jaws? Wait,
Oh no! Why is there a
Great
Funko
Scott.
Pop
Is that
game?
Marty McFly?
Oh no!
The world of Funko is coming to life in this action
Oh,
adventure
no.
mashup for the ages.
Why is
Play with
Freddy
more than
Fazbear
60
holding a machine gun?
characters as you explore locations based on over 20 iconic movies, TV shows, and more. Use special skills and crafted gadgets to explore
Freddy
epic worlds, each
Fazbear
with their
just-
own unique puzzles
and all these
hidden
other
areas,
movie tie-ins.
and familiar foes. Dinosaurs
Oh.
from Jurassic World and Cylons from
I mean,
Battlestar Galactica.
I'm sure kids would
They're
enjoy this
certainly
game,
not
I will say.
toying around. Unbox the universe.
But
When
I've just
Funko
never
Fusion
liked the
pops
Funko
on
designs.
Nintendo
Like,
Switch
I've seen them where they're like,
September
"You want these
13th.
Monster Hunter figurines?" I'm like, "No, sorry, I don't like the Funko design."
We've got a smorgasbord of spooky, silly, and strategic games.
All right.
Ready for an adventure?
Yeah, I
of
am.
foolish
We're actually getting this game
proportions?
and playing it on stream soon.
Summon your courage
Hello?
and
Gotta do it for our
explore
boy.
multiple mansions filled with goofy ghosts, tricky traps, and other supernatural
The
shenanigans.
motion controls on the 3DS was
Luigi's
rough.
Mansion 2
On that, those
HD
balancing things.
launches on Nintendo Switch June 27th. Pre-orders are available now on Nintendo eShop. Meet the quirky little Dempa Man. Find him, catch him, and lead him on a joyful RPG adventure.
What is this?
Explore dungeons and battle monsters.
You know what this
Customize
reminds
all
me
sorts
of?
outfits
It reminds me of
Decorate
Me
your
Quest
island
on
however
the
you like.
3DS.
and more. Plus, up to 4 players
Based
in
on
local
3DS
co-op
game,
can
yeah.
team up to catch special Dempa Man. The new Dempa Man is free to play.
It's like a
and
cross
launches
between
as a
Mies
timed
and Pikmin.
exclusive on Nintendo Switch, July 22nd.
Okay, neat. Oh, this is
Strategize away in this tower defense
Yeah,
installment
Metal
of
Slug.
the Metal Slug series. Take control of your forces and pulverize
Metal
enemy
Slug,
strongholds.
still around even to this day. Goodness, I remember
Choose
when I
over
saw it as a
300
kid.
units with different abilities, and build out your decks to win tactical tussles. You can also slug it out. with
Wow, I
other
remember playing this
players in
at the arcade.
online
Yeah, I remember
battles.
seeing it on arcades.
Metal Slug Attack Reloaded storms onto the Nintendo Switch system later today. Embark on an expedition of the damned in this eagerly awaited sequel to the gothic roguelike RPG.
Oh.
Board your stagecoach
I do
and
know
set
about
off
Darkest
across
Dungeon,
decaying
so I guess
landscapes
it's got a
to
sequel.
prevent an
Neat.
apocalypse. Fight off nightmarish fiends in turn-based combat. And upgrade your abilities after each deadly run.
It's got a good art style, this one.
Darkest Dungeon 2 launches
You like-
on Nintendo Switch July 15th.
The art style
Pre-orders
is quite
begin
nice,
later
to say the
today
least.
on Nintendo eShop.
Very unique.
More classic titles are on the way.
Oh, guess we're playing titles. Oh, right, this game
Play
board.
Link's classic 16-bit adventure and team up online to explore
Game's way too
randomized
hard and painful
dungeons
for me.
in The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past 4 Swords.
Ah. So they're now
Experience the
putting out
remake of
Game Boy
Samus's
Advance
first
games.
adventure in
watch him
Metroid
not put
Zero
Pokemon.
Mission.
Never Pokemon.
Plus, coming to the new Nintendo 64, Nintendo Switch Online Mature 17 Plus collection of games.
Whoa.
Brave. the
Oh my
dangerous
goodness, this
lost land
game!
to
I
stop the
vaguely remember
campaigners'
this one.
Nefarious schemes in Turok, Dinosaur Hunter. And
Oh,
infiltrate a corporation to
and
end
Perfect
their
Dark?
alien conspiracy in Perfect Dark. Now with online multiplayer.
ah, neat. The
All
red.
4 games will be available for Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack members later today.
Interesting. So I guess now they got the mature section, they could add more games too.
Set sail to save the day.
Ah, this game. What's this?
Valiant.
This is Verona, a young woman with the ability to communicate with phantoms.
They will take all of this girl's
Join her on a journey to save her friend.
Her
Ash.
voice is not great. Oof, her voice
In
is a
this
little
new
annoying.
installment in the Phantom Brave series.
That's a bit unfortunate. It sounds like, you know, when an English
Take on
voice actor
tactical
tries to
turn-based battles.
mimic a Japanese voice actor and it
where
gets
you combine the phantoms you befriended with objects
a bit too
in
high-pitched.
various ways.
This is what is this called? I just don't remember the game.
Combine phantoms with
This is
certain
from a
objects
particular
to maneuver them.
series. I know my I know Alchemist
Combine
had
with
this
a
game.
cannon
What is
to
it?
attack
Sounds
a
like
large
Ash's old
area.
voice in Resident Evil 4. I don't know about that, but
A fan to blow
oh, I just
enemies
don't remember what the
around.
series is called. I know what it is.
Or combine
It's
with
in that
Morona
particular
herself
art
for
style.
show-stopping abilities that can
Like, it
turn
looks
the
it
tide
looks
of
alright.
battle.
It's going for that cel-shaded appearance,
Phantom
anime
Brave,
appearance.
The Lost Hero launches on
Actually, it's
Nintendo
more
Switch
nasally, right?
next year.
Yeah, this has got the same art style as that particular series, which I don't remember at
This
the moment.
one's gonna take you for a ride. 7 arcade games featuring Marvel and Capcom characters are fighting their way onto Nintendo Switch
Oh.
as one collection.
Neat.
Clash in X-Men vs. Street Fighter. Duke it out in Marvel vs. Capcom 2 New Age of Heroes. Take down the Kingpin in the beat-em-up side-scroller The Punisher, and more.
Okay.
Hit up training mode to polish your fighting skills and combos.
Oh,
Select
was that a thing in
online
the
mode to
original? Don't know.
challenge rivals around the world.
Though I do wonder if it's going to have that border that we can see right now.
Or play co-op
Looks a
in
bit,
The Punisher.
not nice seeing the
You
titles
can
just,
also cross
you know,
over to the museum to
on the
view artwork.
sides. Oh, I
Or
love
listen to
concept art.
music from each game.
Concept art is great.
Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting
I'm not gonna get
Collection
DLC
Arcade
because of that
Classics
song,
launches
hopefully
on
not.
Nintendo Switch this year.
Ah, this is the thing that someone was joking about at the beginning of the stream.
Latest game in the Mario Party series takes place on an enormous island resort. Get ready to jump
Another
into the
Mario
biggest
Party.
selection of Mario Party minigames yet in Super Mario Party Jamboree.
Wait,
First, let's see some of the new boards where you'll compete to
Well, that's an
collect the
original
most
board.
stars. Take
Wait.
the escalators to travel between floors in Rainbow Galleria.
wait, is this just an
Use
extension of the
in-game coins to get a
original
star
Super
at
Mario?
half price when they're on
You get to play as
flash sale.
Ninja?
But
Nice.
act fast. Ride around and stay on track in Roll'em Raceway. With the new Turbo Dice item, you can move up to 40 spaces with a lucky roll.
What?
Here on Goomba Lagoon,
Yeah, that's what I don't know. Is it a
the flow of
new...
the tide can change your path. And things really get mixed up when the volcano blows its top. Along with 5 new game boards, 2 boards from previous Mario Party games make their return.
Okay.
Some mini-games are action-packed challenges, speed trials, a battle of wits, and more. And some are controlled by gently shaking or tilting your
No,
Joy-Con
tilt controls!
With over 110 mini-games, there's a wide variety to enjoy.
Tilt controls my least favorite.
Also,
Suck tilt
up
controls.
to 20 players can go head-to-head online in the Coupathlon mode.
What is this?
Compete against your rivals and aim for first place. Try your best to come out on top. Wait, there are even more new modes? The biggest Mario Party
Ooh,
yet
more
will
rhythm
soon be
games.
Underway
That's nice.
When the Super Mario
But
Party
I don't know
Jamboree
about
game
this. I feel
launches
like
on the Nintendo
they
Switch
had the
system
original
October
Super Mario
17th.
Party. Shouldn't they have just combined them instead of making them buy a whole new game?
That was
Anyways,
the latest installment in the Mario
that's
Party
just me
series.
saying that.
Super
20
Mario
people of
Party
pure rage
Jamboree,
and spite. Yeah.
with new boards, mini games, 20-player online gameplay.
Finally,
and
the
more.
Alchemist
Get
Holic and
ready
all
for
the
biggest
chat can
Mario
finally
Party
fight against
in
Crescent.
series history. And now, please take a look at this.
The true fighting is to get your favorite character. Wait. Hold up. Is this a Link... A Link's Awakening style? Oh, it's my boy! It's Gloss, look at him! Wait, they're just showing the final battle right at the beginning? What is going on here? Oh, look at Chibi Zelda, she's very cute. Wait. Are we playing as Zelda? Is this a real Legend of Zelda game? Echoes of oh my god, we get to play as Zelda! That's exciting! I was
Hello everyone. I'm Eiji Aonuma, producer of the Legend of Zelda series.
It's exciting! Also, I love his t-shirt.
What you just saw was the latest
Link getting
installment,
killed by cockos.
Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom. This time around, Link has vanished. Now, it's up to Princess Zelda to step into the protagonist role. You might be thinking, will Zelda fight with a sword then? Here, we wanted to create a new gameplay style that breaks conventions seen in past Legend of Zelda games with a top-down perspective. To explain more,
Didn't care
please
too much
take a
about
look
being
at this
sucked
video.
down.
Stolen away. Across the vast lands of Hyrule, strange rifts have appeared and have taken many people, including Link. Now alone, Zelda meets the fairy Tri, receives a mysterious staff called the Tri-Rod, and sets off on a journey across Hyrule to save her kingdom.
Oh, I like how she's disguised
Waving
slightly.
the Tri-Rod at a table she found, Zelda learned how to create an imitation of it called an echo.
Interesting.
Once you learn an echo of something, you can recreate it whenever you'd like.
Huh.
Even if there's a wall blocking your path, you can create echoes of tables to get a
Oh
leg
boy,
up.
speedrunners would love to do nonsense with
Just
this.
like
I can
that.
just imagine.
You can create wooden boxes, old beds, and unusual
Table
things
speedrun
like
set.
water blocks.
Yeah, let's go.
How you use them separately or together is entirely up to you.
Interesting. It's very
Learn and
sandboxy.
create echoes of things you find while exploring Hyrule.
Oh, that was something I was going
You
to
might
ask
be
if whether you could
surprised
keep it or
at what
not.
you discover.
Oh my goodness. Interesting. That's really cool.
Even battles will look different. You could pick up and throw a rock echo, for example. That's not all, though. You can also create echoes of monsters. After doing so, they'll fight by your side. Monsters have different abilities, so choose the one you want to create based
Oh,
on the
that's really
situation.
interesting.
Wisdom is key, after all.
This is definitely unexpected. It's always nice to have an
In
unexpected
Hyrule
game
without
too.
Link, the fate of the kingdom is
Ooh,
now
Deku's.
in Zelda's hands.
How was that? I hope you enjoyed this demonstration of the Echo ability, which channels Princess Zelda's wisdom. There are a lot of echoes in this game. To be honest, I haven't counted them all yet.
Haven't counted them all yet.
How
Nice.
you solve puzzles and battle enemies will change depending on the echoes
I'm pointing out
used.
both versions of
In
Zora's.
short,
Yeah, I think I did
we've
see that.
created a
Just
game where
briefly, I was
each
like, oh,
player's
Zora.
experience will be different.
Redeads.
The Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom launches September 26th.
Oh, this year too.
A Nintendo Switch Lite system inspired by the Legend of
Oh,
Zelda
that's so
series
cool.
will also be available at launch. We hope you're looking forward to playing as Zelda.
I was
in
just
this
shocked at
new
like seeing the
adventure.
Link's Awakening art style, and I was like,
I'd
what?
like to return this moment I'd stolen away back to Mr. Takahashi.
Nice.
Thank you, Mr. Aonuma. Please look forward to the newest entry in the Legend of Zelda series.
Because I was
Let's see
planning on doing
few more
Awakening
headlines.
on stream at some point, so that's really neat that we just have this as well.
Let loose and party on.
Uh-oh. It's one of these. There's never a direct without Just Dance. Just Dance will forever be everywhere. You can't escape Just Dance no matter how hard you try. Oh, this is gonna get DMC'd so hard. I mean, it's like just... Yeah, apparently the auto mod said bullying. But yeah, there always seems to be a Just Dance like every single Yeah, apparently the last two words of your sentence earlier apparently was counted as bullying. But yeah, there's always seems to be a Just Dance, like, you can't escape it.
A new LEGO adventure is on the horizon.
Hey, it's this game.
It's the world of Horizon in LEGO form. Join Machine Hunter Aloy on a quest to save the world from an ancient evil. Journey through lush
Lego is. We were
landscapes,
talking about Lego at some
dive
point
deep
recently,
into the
weren't we?
cauldrons, climb up onto tall necks, and traverse other locations inspired by the original game. But
Hopefully
be
it's-
careful. Swarms of machines are lurking everywhere. Use an array of gadgets like blast boots and gravity bombs to hunt
So
them
we're that's a
down.
Lego game for what a previous
From the
PlayStation
nimble
PC exclusive
watchers
game on the Switch. Yeah,
to mighty sawtooths.
I do hope it still has the
You
Lego
might even
humor.
come across the fearsome Thunderjaw. As you progress, you can have an Aloy rebuild her home and customize her appearance with lots of outfits. Oh, and you don't have to explore this vast wilderness alone. Team up with familiar faces from the world of Horizon in 2-player local or online
'Cause
co-op.
the Lego games tend to have their own sense of humor, so I hope it's here as well. I mean,
LEGO
the costumes
Horizon
already
Adventures
show that, but
launches on
yeah,
Nintendo Switch
that's what makes
this
them unique.
holiday. A Stray's journey begins.
We were just talking about Stray just a moment ago.
Experience a decaying cyber city through the eyes of a cat separated from their family and friends. Explore alongside a drone known as B-12 to find your way home. Carefully
Don't know why you get the
climb to
Switch bit of
highest
downgrade.
heights.
Yeah.
Create
Well,
new
I guess
paths
it's
for
just, you
yourself.
know, if you make
And
more people aware of
stealthily
these games.
squeeze into
But
tight
yeah.
spaces. Think like a cat to make your way through the city. Careful though, not everyone is excited to have you slinking around, including hordes of hostile creatures ready to swarm. Keep exploring to venture into more areas of this unfamiliar world.
Yeah, Stray is a very
and
interesting
make your
game.
way back to
Whether you
safety.
play it here or on the PC or wherever.
Stray finds its way onto Nintendo Switch this holiday. Welcome home, Hobbit. If you've ever wanted to live like a hobbit from the Lord of the Rings, now a leisurely existence nestled away in an idyllic
farming sim?
corner of Middle-earth can be yours. Customize your appearance.
Is this a farming
decorate
sim?
your home and settle into life in the Shire.
I don't know what this
As
is.
a newcomer to the little haven of Bywater, you'll befriend your neighbors, work together to solve problems, and even share a meal. Or 3. Explore, garden, fish,
Yep.
forage,
I don't
and
know.
cook.
This is more
The
Animal
best
Crossing
way to
than
build a
farming
Hobbit
sim.
community is by hosting
Yeah.
a dinner party with your homemade dishes.
Gotta say, the art style looks nice.
You can trade with your neighbors for unique decorations.
So,
or
it
special
has that going
ingredients
for it, for
even
sure.
tastier meals. Friendly hobbits and familiar faces await your arrival when Tales of the Shire launches on the Nintendo Switch
Yeah, it's,
system
it's
this
a
holiday.
town sim.
Investigate.
Wait, is this what I think it is?
Checkmate.
Is this the Edgeworth series?
Two Ace Attorney
Yes, it
spin-off
is! Oh my
games, including
god!
a sequel that was previously unreleased outside of Japan are coming to Nintendo
Oh my god,
Switch
it's even got the
as
sequel!
one
That's so
collection.
cool!
As the prolific prosecutor Miles Edgeworth, take the case out of the courtroom and investigate crime
Oh my
scenes.
goodness, this is really cool.
Gather information by
For those who don't know,
interviewing
the
people and
sequel
inspecting
never got
evidence,
released out of Japan.
and use the power of logic to solve challenging cases.
So this is very exciting for the
Enjoy
people who
all
really
new
love this
hand-drawn
series.
character visuals from the original series character designer.
Oh, the
Or
art style
swap
looks
to
really
the
nice.
original sprites for a more classic look. Take
That's
a
so
break
cool,
from
they
your
give you both
investigation
options.
to explore
Concept
the
art.
gallery, where you'll find character art, music, including orchestral arrangements, and more.
Holy heck, that's such a lot of
Past and
stuff.
present collide as you uncover the truth at any cost. Ace Attorney
That's
Investigations
really nice
Collection
for those who,
launches on
like-
Nintendo Switch September 6th. Pre-orders
Like, they
begin
could have just
later
released the
today on
sequel and that
Nintendo
was it,
eShop.
but like, pixel art style back, that's so cool. Oh, wait, this is, it's a Danganronpa style. You can tell by the art style immediately. Yep. So Danganronpa. creepy. Is this, there was a trailer for a different game.
Devastating attack by unknown assailants, Takumi Samino's life gets turned upside down. A mysterious school mascot suddenly appears.
Oh no, not the school mascot.
Takumi manages to get out of harm's way. He's then forced to enroll at the Last Defense Academy, along with 15 other students.
This is a Danganronpa game. It's got like 3D as well. That's so
Their
cool.
mission is to defend the school from hostile student enemies for 100 days. An academy shrouded in
So it's-
secrecy.
Yeah, it's got the art style for Danganronpa. It's like Raincoat, yeah.
Can Takumi survive this 100-day trial, colored by extreme and despair, and return to his normal life?
Lol, they said the word.
creators of
They said the
Danganronpa
despair word.
present The 100-line Last Defense Academy, launching on Nintendo
So it's,
Switch.
yeah, it's
early
Raincoat.
next year.
I did watch Raincoat and thoroughly enjoyed it.
Embark on a saga spanning generations.
Interesting. So there is another... They're like, we're not making any more Danganronpa, but we're going to
Remake of
casually
Romancing
make
Saga
something
2
similar
is
to it.
marching on to Nintendo Switch.
Oof,
Rule and
this looks a little bit
expand
stiff.
The Empire of Beren across multiple generations, while challenging the legendary 7 heroes who have turned to darkness.
This is a Square Enix game.
In combat, use returning saga features like glimmers to learn skills,
So it's a saga game.
and formations to enhance
Interesting.
abilities.
The environments definitely do look nice, but like the animations look
battles have
like
also
that running
evolved
animation, the
into
camera
timeline
angle looks a bit
battles, where the
iffy.
action order is key. Innovative features
Character
like
designs are quite
United
nice, though.
Attack can also help with strategy. How will you expand your empire? And in which order will you fight the 7 heroes?
Ah, yes.
Every decision you make will dramatically alter the course of the
so
story.
right. Wow. What a dick answer.
Safeguard your empire's future and protect your legacy from peril. Otherwise, the vengeful 7 heroes may emerge victorious.
Alright, that looks interesting for sure.
Romancing Saga 2, Revenge
I
of the
just
Seven
probably don't like that
launches
camera
on
angle, that's
Nintendo
probably
Switch,
it, but like,
October
it seems like
24th.
everything else looks pretty okay. Just, yeah, the running animation's a bit too stiff for my liking.
We hope you're excited to experience the full remake of Romancing Saga 2.
So it's a
That's
remake.
almost everything for today's Nintendo Direct. Next will be our last announcement. Please
Okay.
take a look.
Stop remaking things. I wonder what this is. Like immediately. Hey, there's our girl. Is this what I think it is? Are we finally getting footage? Is it Prime? This looks a lot like Prime. I do like that animation of her bouncing along in the when she was like using the ball form, where it sort of when she hit the wall she sort of bounced sideways. That's really neat animation. How will she lose all her stuff this time? Just accidentally forgot to pack it. Ooh, Metroids and something else. Finally, footage! Let's go! Footage of Prime. All the Prime fans can finally rejoice. Because they legit have been starving for a very, very long time. Ooh, the environment here is really nice. Okay, it's a 2025 release. But at least you guys have got footage to work with. Because, I mean, holy heck were you guys deprived. Well, the people pre-ordered back in 2017 gonna get some crazy
That was
value.
a first look
Oh, no.
at Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. After a very long time, we are finally able to share more information.
I'm glad
about
this game
title.
has gotten out of development hell.
Release is planned for 2025, so please wait a little bit longer. We hope you're looking forward to Samus Aran's new adventure. That's all for today's Nintendo Direct. Thank you for watching.
Alrighty. There's the Direct. 42 minutes of a bunch of stuff. Why didn't you click a buy? Because clicking only goes to next. Amazon in my country listed Prime for $70. Oh my goodness. Alrighty. What a Direct. That was a pretty stacked Direct for like a lot of different people. So I guess we should just quickly go back over things. I mean, why not? Before we jump into Paper Mario. And just talk about each of the things. Well, one of the biggest things I think is like crazy for me was the fact we're getting another like Mario and Luigi. And like in a 3D art style rather than the pixel art that it has been for the last like all the games. Halo 6 pretty disappointed, to be honest. Ah, dang. They didn't have the one game. If I thought like that, I'd be disappointed in every Direct. It was my Tomodachi life. Nah. So, alrighty. Let's start off with the first major thing that they posted, which is Mario and Luigi Brothership. Which I do like the name because it is a reference to them obviously being brothers, but like it seems to be there's a mechanical aspect to the game. Like a lot of ship making and stuff like that. I do love how just expressive the bros are. That's what was so great about this game, is that it had a very cartoon sort of style. This game, the game series rarely it takes itself serious at times, but most of the time it does not take itself seriously, which is really great. And it gives like character to both Mario and Luigi. Plus, that might mean Yoko Shimomura is working on the soundtrack. If she is, I would be very, very excited because we do love her. But yeah, it's just so expressive. I love how expressive like the art style is here. It's very cartoony. It pops. It has the same art style as a lot of the artwork we see in the Mario and Luigi series, which is really exciting. Where they have like the sort of black colored eyes for Mario and Luigi rather than the blue that they normally have. So it's definitely very, very exciting to see this. And yeah, the animation's wild. I love how it's like a mixture of like cartoony and like, you know. So casually, I was planning to do the Mario and Luigi series at some point on the stream. It was like on a big backlog thing of doing Superstar Saga. I wasn't sure if I would do the original or the 3DS remake. There is Partners in Time that didn't get a remake. It's only a DS game. There's Bowser's Inside Story, which has the original and a remake. Then I believe it's Dream Team and Paper Jam, I believe is the order of all the games. So we did hear about Alpha Dream closing their doors, and a lot of people were like, yeah, that's it for the series. But yeah, it looks like that's not the case. It's going to have one more game, and they've completely changed up things, so that's really cool. Nintendo World Championships. This is very interesting for those who are interested in it. I do like how they mentioned they actually are supporting for speedrunners, and like you're literally battling against people and stuff like that. But honestly, there is a part of me that thinks like at some point it's going to be like, all right, I'll see who's doing the best. It's going to be some person who's got like legit speedrun like abilities. Let's not kid ourselves. Speedrunners love this sort of stuff, and they're going to do their best. Like heck, I just watched a guy beat an old speedrun like only just recently. He'd been like trying to get a world record in a particular category for 2 years, and he only just got it. These people, speedrunners, are dedicated people, so I do have a bad feeling that at some point this is going to be very like, it's going to get to a point where a lot of normal people won't be able to like beat it. Yeah, I did see a little bit about it, I think, on the Switch. I do like this pre-order package thing. This looks really cool. If you are interested in stuff like that, it is really cool, but it probably would cost you a bit. I do like the this thing here. That's really neat. That's really dope. Alright, Fairy Tail. I think we'll brush over this very, very quickly because it doesn't really seem to interest me, like, at all. I don't even know how old Fairy Tail is. I'm pretty sure the original manga came out like ages ago. Let me see. When did Fairy Tail come out? Yeah, original Fairy Tail is like 2009. So this is a very, very old series. 52-year-old based on your choose your own adventure book. Nice. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm kind of surprised that Fairy Tail is still getting mentioned even all these days later. But yeah, it doesn't really seem to interest me. Yeah, this, like, the characters seem to be the most focus in this series, but it looks like the backgrounds look a bit... Like, some of the battle backgrounds look a little bland, but I don't know if this is a, oh, we're still in development problem, or this is how the game's gonna look. It is by Koei Tecmo, so maybe the gameplay and the actual action part of it will be good. Koei Tecmo does a lot of the warrior games, so we'll see. Fantasia. Neo Dimension. I will not, like, I'm not gonna deny it. I thought this was a Nier Automata sort of game, because I saw, like, when they showed off, like, let me see. Yeah, looked at this and I was like, yeah, okay, this is either a Nier game or this is a Final Fantasy game of some sort. Like, the art style is almost immediately recognizable. And, I mean, yeah, by the guy who literally makes Final Fantasy. And by the guy who does a lot of music. But yeah. Is interesting concept. I'm wondering if this is actually in the game, like those little cutscenes there. It looks pretty, but we'll have to see. Not gonna lie, would like another Nier. It could be. It feels like it could be another Nier, because this is not Final Fantasy thing. This whole gimmick here is really interesting. The whole aiming to hit multiple enemies, and I still can't get over the, oh, you can store enemies into a pocket dimension. That is the funniest thing ever. These enemies are like, I'm gonna mess up this main character, gets pulled into the Shadow Realm. Literally, you just send enemies to the Shadow Realm, and you're like, yeah, I'll deal with that later. Which is, like, wild. And I wonder if you could use that in terms of, like, XP grinding, or perhaps, like, exploiting in some way. That would be quite interesting. But, yeah. Very interesting concept. Yeah, 30 enemies later, suddenly you just get this huge boost. But it could backfire if you pick up too many enemies and you're like, oh wait, I can't actually deal with all these at once, because it doesn't say that you can choose which enemies you fight later in this pocket dimension. It just says you can fight these enemies later in said pocket dimension. But yeah, like, very Final Fantasy based fighting style. Yeah, monsters sent to Dimension. Sent to the dungeon. Yeah, Dimension. But yeah, it's unknown if you fight everything you put in here, or like just you can choose what you fight in here. It's got that Final Fantasy sort of feel to it, definitely. Yeah, I think it could be interesting. I think you'd need a little more information on this one, but it could be interesting if you are interested in those turn-based combat. Ready! Nintendo Switch Sports. There's not really much I can go over it. Just, oh, okay. They still have continued support. Neat. That's really all I can really say about that one. Let them go, says Protag, who utilizes Pocket Dimension. Yeah, pretty much. You can't use that mechanic, that's my mechanic. Yeah, so Switch Sports. Cool. Mio, Memories in Orbit. Now this one, I love the art style of this one, and it's so gorgeous. Like, immediately stands out. And the protagonist, or whatever their name is, love their design. It's like, this genuinely looks like what I think Shawnee said earlier was an Ori game, like the platformer stuff. But my goodness, what a gorgeous looking game. And it's the closest we'll get to Silk Song. Yeah, Silk Song fans still crying inside. But yeah, like, the animations of the hair and just the movement, so fluid. Like, you can see when things are happening. Like, that spider climb there, very pretty. Just this whole thing is a very gorgeous looking game. And I hope it does well, because I think I'd love to see more of this particular series if it does come out. Because it looks really pretty. So, I do not know if it's a new, like, company or whatnot, but yeah. Alright, cartoon games. Disney's Illusion Island is getting some extra stuff, which is neat for those who are playing that game. Hello Kitty! I'm not sure exactly what this seems to be. It's like a cross between Animal Crossing and maybe another township game. It's cute. It does what it needs to do. Kind of wish it was called Sanrio than Hello Kitty, because clearly, you know, it's not just Hello Kitty, it's all the other characters, including my sister's least favorite character. She despises my melody. She hates my melody with a passion. The problem is if you're getting gacha things over with Sanrio, you do have a chance of hitting these two. My sister's a big fan of Cinema Roll, but I didn't expect Agretzko to be here too, so that's really neat. And yeah, there's a bunch of other familiar faces and such. So yeah, it looks a bit like a town sim. Named based on something a South Park character says. Alright, Looney Tunes. I can't say I'm a fan of this art style. It looks jank. Let's see. Names based on something a South Park character would say. Hello Kitty. Unfortunately, I'm not too familiar with South Park, so I can't say anything about that. But yeah, this is just I don't know about this art style like at all. Like just look at this art style. Everything's like got no line art except for all the characters have this thick black line art. It works okay with like the main characters, but why have all these NPCs like also have that thick outline? It doesn't look too great. I don't know. It's meh. I think this game would be okay, but like I am not digging this art style. It's just it's jarring to say the least. It doesn't really capture that Looney Tunes sort of like feel. I feel like what is that game Multiverses does a better job at catching the Looney Tune characters a bit more. Among Us. Among Us is Among Us, but it is interesting that they're still adding like extra like abilities, which is neat. I do miss playing this game. I used to play it with a couple of friends, but I haven't played it in quite a while. It's probably changed so much since then. Yeah, they're still like kicking around. Free update. You can play it. Neat sort of thing. And there was an update this morning on the PC version too. Alright. Farmagia. Farmagia. I don't know. It looks so generic. The problem is, like, look at the character. This guy literally looks like the main character from Fairy Tail. So I immediately was like, oh, this is Fairy Tail, just with growing monsters. So it's like a bad... feels like a game that you force the farming sim into. But, yeah, it's very generic looking, which, I don't know. Yeah, this is a big pass for me if I ever saw it. Like, I can't handle how generic it looks. Heck, the UI looks so generic too. This feels like a cash grab rather than an actual passion project, which is really sad. I feel like it could have worked, but like, my goodness. Like, look at this. It's so generic. And it's so generic that like this protagonist's like portrait is like the only detailed thing in this whole fight. This looks stupidly out of place. And like all the numbers are the same as well, just everywhere. It's no. Just no. This is probably the biggest low of this direct. Especially since there's been so many farming sims we got, like, in a previous direct, only to throw this. If this was, like, part of that farming sim group too, you would be like, what is this? Like, this shouldn't, like, this doesn't fit with all the other ones. It'd stick out like a sore thumb. So, yeah. Donkey Kong Country Return. Let's go back to a more positive note. This game's pretty good, from what I've seen. It's not my cup of tea, but I've seen people thoroughly enjoy the original as well as Tropical Freeze, so didn't have the original, give this one a go. It's the Donkey Kong Country sort of formula. Bit of a precision platformer, I would guess is the best way to describe it. You don't like DK platformers? No, I didn't really play much of DK, I must admit. The only DK game I legitimately played was like DK64, and that's not even really a platformer, that's more a collectathon game. Yeah, I'm not too much on the platformers which like have big precision thing where you can only get hit like a very couple times sort of thing. You still have the original Donkey Kong Country cartridge. Neat. Because I know a lot of people do like the country games, and they're very well made games, all of them. I don't know about maybe 3 is probably the lower ones. I don't really hear much people talking about 3. I think a lot of people talk about either 1 or 2. This particular thing, I will say, I love this particular art style. Like, the whole sunset scenes. This is genuinely one of my favorite, like, little art styles they have here. It's really gorgeous and unique. So yeah, if you're interested in, like, I guess the Donkey Kong Country, and you haven't played the original on the Wii, or you wish to play this again, I mean, it's definitely there. I think that would be the only thing holding it back is, like, if you've already played it. It is technically a remake, or HD. It's not a remake, it's a remaster, I would say. So, there's that. Dragon Quest! Have heard about this game. And I was actually excited because I've wanted to play some of the older Dragon Quest games because a lot of people praise Dragon Quest 3 for being one of the best Dragon Quest games. Obviously, it's more simplistic because the first 3 games were really simplistic in their stories and stuff like that. Like, heck, I believe all your party members are just a generic sort of characters. They don't actually have, like, compared to when we played 11 where we had characters with backstories and, like, selected names. I believe it's more based on, like, which classes you choose and the names on there. But yeah, I've heard pretty good things about 3, and I'm honestly shocked by just, like, the fact we're going to get 2 and 1 as well. And, I mean, this art style looks great. The pixel art style. Oh yeah, I do love how you can see here. Where is it? Yes, you can have bunny girls. Which... I believe I looked up this a little bit because I heard about it. This is a joke class, I believe, in the games, where you can pick them up, and they're a really bad class. They don't really do much. But apparently, if you legitimately put the effort in, you can upgrade them to, like, one of the strongest classes in the game, from what I've heard. It's one of those type of things. It's like the Magikarp effect, from what I've heard. But yeah, the pixel art style is great. It works quite well, despite, like, the 3D animation, like the 3D models and stuff like that. They mesh pretty well. This is pretty. Like, this is hella pretty. Which is exciting. And, like, all these 3D sprites also have animations too. So I'm very looking forward to 3. And, like, now, I guess 1 and 2 as well. That's, like, an added bonus that we get those 2 games as well. So, yeah, definitely looking forward to eventually playing this game. And I mean, this artwork, I hope it is on the box art, because my goodness, what a beautiful artwork it is. The watercoloring and the pencil scratch, like, effect. Oh, it's so pretty. This looks like Spike Chunsoft is also working on this one as well. But yeah, I was honestly shocked when they were just like, oh yeah, we're just casually adding 1 and 2. So this is 1, and I believe this one's 2. So 1 legitimately only has 1 character, and theoretically, given the timeline of how 11 works, we are technically playing it in chronological order if we go from 11 and go back to 1, 2, and 3. So that is a bit interesting to think about. But yeah, looking forward to this game, definitely. So yeah, it seems like 1 and 2 will be coming out afterwards, but yeah, very much looking forward to it. I wasn't expecting this, so I'll take it. I do like how they called it the Erdrick trilogy, because I know a lot of people who don't know about Dragon Quest just call the main protagonist of 3 Erdrick, but Erdrick is actually a title, because the Luminary gets the title Erdrick after you complete the game as well. Funko Pop! I don't know what to say about this, really. I mean, it looks a bit jank. I don't know what it is. Like, look here. It looks all... I don't know if it's because of the plastic in here, but, like, yeah. But they've got things that seem to be very recent, like Invincible and stuff like that. But why is Freddy Fazbear holding a minigun? Like, I don't know what it is. Like, the game looks so janky. Like, it's not loaded properly. So I feel like if you are going to make this game, maybe just put it in the oven just a little bit longer. I don't think I can really agree with the state it's in. Like, it looks like it could be fun, but yeah. It's not my thing, because I just don't care for the Funko Pop art style. I don't like it. It's very soulless looking. Or maybe that's all they're going for. They're going for a soulless game to match with their soulless merchandise. That's what this is. This is just a soulless cash grab. That's what it feels like to me, at least. But for some reason, that one dinosaur coming out of the box was the most high HD looking thing in the entire game presentation. Alright. Luigi's Mansion. We're getting it. Next. This one is the new Denperman. It really does feel like Me Quest, I think it's called Me Quest or Me Adventure, depending which, I guess, which region you get it in. I do like, those games. They were just silly little, 3DS, side games. But yeah, this definitely screams, a it's sort of like a Me game. And I think somebody mentioned earlier that this was a 3DS game at some point, but yeah, it feels very 3DS-like, especially like looking at the graphics and stuff like that. It looks like a fun little silly time. Not a game you take too seriously, but it looks like a fun little time. I don't know how much it would cost. If it costs like the full amount, I would be like, maybe not. But yeah, looks like a silly little game, which is pretty neat. I'm sure some people will like it. Metal Slug. I don't know if this is a remaster or if it says Reloaded, so I assume this is a remaster. And Metal Slug has always had such a unique pixel art, I will admit. I'm not sure what it is about its pixel art, but it has a very unique pixel art. Yeah, $89, yeah. But yeah, it looks like you need Switch Online and a Nintendo account for this, so this most likely will be like that. Makes sense. So if you're into Metal Slug, I guess you can get it today. Darkest Dungeon 2. I have heard good things about Darkest Dungeon. I've heard it's a decently difficult game as well. So I guess it's pretty neat that it's getting a sequel. For someone who's never played these games, the art style looks really cool and unique, this is always a plus. We like our unique art styles. I love how it has that rough feel to it. How all the players don't have eyes and stuff like that. Give it that edgy feel. But, like, gritty as AF. Like, looking at this, and then if we, like, go back, like, look at the UI on this one. It has its own unique, like, text. It has all these different things. And then we go back to this, just, like, you can just see the sheer difference between these two games. And which of them is a passion project and which one feels more like a cash grab. So yeah, I guess that's pretty neat that it's getting a sequel. I haven't played the original, so I can't really give too much information on this, but yeah. Feels savage on Fumgia. I am. I'd watch it outsell GTA 6. Well, of course it'll sell out GTA 6. GTA 6 ain't out yet. Once it's out, then that's a different story. Yeah, I'm feeling a little bit savage because we did UI stuff back in SAE, so seeing such hot garbage UI is just like, yeah, I'm like, come on. Alright, online for the retro games. Yet again, Pokemon chooses to still not be a thing. I think, at least for A Link to the Past being 4 Swords, I think that's pretty neat because they did this with Kirby and the Amazing Mirror where they had multiplayer here. So it's kind of nice that they have this, because I think as of now, if you want to play 4 Swords, you need the original, like, GameCube and Game Boy Advance and cables and stuff just to play this game in the past. Or you need to get the 3DS version, which was just a completely different game and it wasn't anything like the original. So I think it's really nice that this game has finally showed up here. And that people can play it with a better accessibility. We had more Metroid. I wonder if this has to be intentional, I just realized. The 2 Game Boy Advance games coming out being Zelda and Metroid. And considering 2 of the bigger announcements further down the path are Zelda and Metroid. This is what we call foreshadowing. Nah. Nintendo 64 mature thing of Perfect Dark and Turok, I believe it was called. I vaguely remember Turok. I don't know why or where I remember this game. I think my dad might have played it when I was a kid. But I don't remember us having this, so I don't know where. They put Metro Prime Remaster on sale right after the Direct. Nice. That's what we call good marketing. But yeah, 2 old retro games. I know Perfect Dark has quite a following, so I guess people who are interested in Perfect Dark will be excited for that. So yeah, I do kind of wish they released these games a little bit faster. That's probably my only criticism. I feel like they're releasing these games a little too slowly, considering how big the roster is for Game Boy games and even like back with the N64, because I'm pretty sure not all the N64 games are on the Nintendo Online version. So I feel like they need to release these games a little bit faster, but yeah. That's just a me thing. This game, Phantom Brave, Lost Heroes. I know what this art style is, I just don't remember what the game was called. Is it Disagaea or something like that? But like, the art style looks nice. It works well for what it's going for. I don't like the main protagonist's voice, but I assume there could be a Japanese or English choosing. It looks cute. The art style looks nice. It works with what it's going for. So that's not too bad. But I guess it's just like, if you like this series, you probably will like this game. I know this particular series tends to have a lot of like a decent following, but I've never really played any games in this particular area. Too weeby. Yeah. I don't know. I've always seen this art style. I've seen this game, but I've just never gotten into it, so I don't know. Turok was awesome. I remember one of the Xbox Turok games, you had poison arrows that could make humanoid dinosaurs vomit to death. Rough. Ah, no. But yeah, I think this is like, from what I know, it's like a turn-based game where it's like, it focuses on being in certain areas to do attacks and stuff. But yeah, this game looks like it could be interesting for people who are in that genre. It's cute. It does its job. It looks stylized. Retro games for all the Marvel and Capcom fighting games. It's a sort of like a neat thing. It's kind of interesting because, I mean, yeah, it's a Capcom game, so... But it seems to have a decent amount of these fighting arcade games. Yeah, there's one trailer I want you to check out after this. It got announced today. It's called Blood. I think you might vibe with it. Alright, I'll give it a check in just a moment. So, we will take a look at it. Super Mario Party Jamboree. I do not know how to feel about this game, because... I'll DM you the link. Thank you. I don't know how to feel about this game, because I'm pretty sure Super Mario Party, it was a decent game, but I felt like it was a little incomplete. Like, that it could have used a bit more, so I don't know if I feel, like, terribly good about them just adding this. Plus, especially because, they released the Mario Party games, like the one that was, the remastered versions of all the other games. This feels like the first complete Mario Party for the Switch. Yeah, it feels like the other two weren't, and I feel kind of bad, because I was so excited for the one that has, like, based in the first Mario Party game. I don't remember what it was called, just... the fact I don't remember what it's called is really sad, but, like, that particular Mario Party game, I thought it was going to get DLC or more maps, and then that's it. There was nothing added to that game, when they easily could have added more stuff to it. Mario Party Superstars. Yeah, I don't understand what happened with Superstars. Like, it had potential, and then it just... 100% we own 2 incomplete Mario Party games. I still had fun with friends, but yeah, they feel incomplete, but yeah, this one seems like it's definitely more fleshed out. I just... don't know. I do like this. This looks pretty cool. How they made a remake of 2, one map from 1 and 1 map from 2. The boards look a lot more interesting, I will say. So, That's pretty cool, and it looks like they're adding new characters. I think Toadette seems to be playable now, as well as Ninji, which are characters that have never been playable. The bull of like being able to roll 40 on a dice is wild. So I think these maps do look like they could be fun. So it's definitely nice to see like these maps be, and it's a pretty big selection of maps by the looks of it. So we have these 5 and then another 2. And I do like how these 2 look as well, considering the originals. Looks like the minigames do look a bit more varied. This looks like a nightmare. Holy heck. Motion controls are back, tilt controls are back. So they have a mixture of things. So it looks like it's going to be more Joy-Con based again. So I don't know why my face is stuck like that. I shouldn't be talking too negatively about this game. This thing. Up to 20 players. This looks like absolute chaos, and someone is going to be very upset by the end of this game. That's what this feels like. It definitely feels like that. The only thing I can hope is that the connection is decent. Because I can see people desyncing. Rhythm games are cool. I do like the fact that they're bringing back rhythm games. Rhythm games have always been... The rhythm games in the first Super Mario Party were pretty cool. So yeah, it'll give people who like these games a lot more. And it seems like the online aspect to it. Alright, let's go into our first big thing. Imagine rolling a 35 past the star. I saw this and I was like, hold up, isn't this the Link's Awakening art style? Because he's got the little cape and everything too. Fun fact, I think in Link's Awakening, the Link in that game, his voice actor is the same voice actor as the Japanese hero in Dragon Quest XI. So, you know, nice. Don't just stop if you come by a point of interest. I think you do, so... Yeah, this was kind of strange. I was like, wait a second, this is Ganondorf's fight, like the Ganon fight, like right at the beginning. And I'm like, I don't recognize this design of Zelda. But yeah, it's really interesting. This is a Link that's like... Also, yeah, Link saving Zelda, like, straight up, immediately. This looks like a mismatch between, I think, A Link to the Past, like Zelda, and almost like a bit like Ocarina of Time Zelda. But I think this is definitely A Link to the Past's design. But yeah, when I saw, like, Link get, like, taken like that, I was like, wait, is this a Zelda game? So yeah, this is really cool. This is a whole new, unique game where Zelda is the main focus of the game. In the Link's Awakening art style. The mechanics of this game look like... I also like how Link is very non-expressive when he's getting taken away by this void of sorts. He's just like, well... well, guess I'll die. Just... gets taken by the void. I can't get over how expressionless he is at that point. He's like, well, guess I'll die. He just gives up. He's like, well, never mind. At least he saved Zelda, because that means Zelda would have been easily taken too. But yeah. He's just like, finally the adventure's over. Boy is traumatized after what happened in Awakening. The Mysterious Fairy. Try. I can't imagine what that's based off. Nah, I don't know any other objects in the world of Zelda called has Try in its name. The design's interesting. I don't know if it's a reference to something, but it does feel familiar. Also, another interesting fact, Zelda is wearing the same cape, like cloak that Link was wearing at the beginning of the trailer too. But yeah, it looks like she's hiding her identity, which kind of makes sense considering she is the princess, and they probably wouldn't let the princess be doing all this nonsense. Alright, the Echo ability. I wonder how broken it could possibly get. I feel like this is one of those mechanics where some people are gonna... Ooh, there's a cat. Some people are gonna do some wild stuff with this. Like, the fact you can grab literal, like, blocks of water... definitely looks like wild of what people will probably come up with. Like, just this. Just 3 beds on top of each other. To make, like, a way to get up into this area. And the fact you can now copy enemies as well. It has a very sandbox feel to it, for sure. And I think when this game comes out and speedrunners are going to be like playing through this game, they're probably going to try all sorts of wild things because of just how varied everything is. Looks like there is a swim mechanic too. Copy enemies. Is this just Pokemon then? I don't think so. This feels more like, I don't know, the nonsense of Minecraft. Yeah. And that looks like a Sheikah of some sort. Oh yeah. Let's see. Somebody did mention about the let me see. Yeah, here the Zoras. Yeah, so that's the Zora from Breath of the Wild sort of design, and then this is the more old style of Zora. Interesting. I did see this, and that's the problem was I was looking over here and I was like, whoa, that's a Zora from Breath of the Wild style. Oh, and hello there, we realized it was just you. We just finished reacting to the direct, and we're just giving our final thoughts before we move over to Paper Mario. Excited to see Deku's back. Deku's have always been my favorite. I do like the Dekus. That's why I'm always sad when I see Koroks, because it means there's no Dekus. But it looks like some sort of potion shop based thing. Good to see Deku Tree as always. And I guess we get to see some snippets of like some of the bosses that are here. Alright. Just Dance! It's another Just Dance game! Are you shocked? Are you surprised to see Just Dance? Who would have thought Just Dance would be here again in another Nintendo Direct with more songs, more wild spectacles, more style, more Just Dance? Who would have thought? This is definitely not sarcasm in any way. Alright, let's move on. A Lego game for Horizons. From what I've heard, a lot of the Lego games are quite good. So, I think some people will have high hopes about it. It's really nice looking. Like, it really fits the style. I do like the janky movements of the Legos. It really does feel like a play area. And I also like the Lego games love to like do silly things. Like, this is definitely not part of... Yeah, let me just make a Ferris wheel display and a Whack-'em tower. Yeah, in my serious Horizons game. I know my dad's played both these games and enjoyed them, so but I don't think he would play the Lego games. But like, I mean, yeah. It has the Lego feel to it of like serious and not serious at the same time. The environments look very nice, so that's good too. And the enemies look quite nice too. The lasers, like all the explosions and stuff like that being Lego based is really nice. So yeah. Stray. Was not expecting to see this on the Switch, because this game's how old now? Those look very janky, those cats. And I think a lot of people who've played Stray would have probably already played it like on a hardest like software. 2 years, yeah. It's a unique looking game. It's cool. It's a very unique sort of experience. Obviously, we can't really go too far into talking about the story of this game because, you know, the Japanese Direct had 4 small sections with different games. I can give you the timestamps if you want to take a quick look. Alright, we can give it a quick look. But I assume these games are like the Japanese exclusives. But yeah, basically this game has a story that obviously gets explained, like why are they flesh-eating creatures? Why is there an underground robot society? It all gets answered, and you just play as a cat. I do like how the cat interacts with different things, very cat-like. I think one of my favorite parts about Stray is that the little robot companion gives you a backpack, and the cat immediately just falls to the ground and is like, no, I don't want to wear it. You can't make me. You know, like what cats do. And that's such a nice detail. It's so unnecessary, but it just makes them more cat-like. Alright, Tales of the Shire. This is a long title. A Lord of the Rings game. Holy heck, that's one heck of a title. It's a town sim. Like Animal Crossing, just with hobbits. Art style-wise, looks nice. game looks like it's going for a more like cartoony style. Works well for what it is. May need a little bit more polish, but like for what it is, it definitely looks quite nice. And perhaps the camera won't be as zoomed in for certain like cutscenes and stuff like that. But overall, looks quite nice. Don't think it's something I would play, but it definitely has its unique identity, which is more than I can say about one game we've bashed far too much. Food looks good, yeah. Okay, so let me just get this out of the way with Ace Attorney. I love the Ace Attorney games. I haven't played them, but I've watched playthroughs of them, and I just love these games a lot. So these two games are technically spin-offs. The Ace Attorney Investigations. You play as Edgeworth, who's the prosecutor. It's gonna be Game of the Year. It can only be Game of the Year if I choose to play it out of spite. But yeah, these two games have a huge following behind them. But the problem is that the second game of the series didn't come out into the Western release. It only stayed in Japan. People were so dedicated that they made an entire fan translation of the second game. That's how dedicated they were to this game. And now we get to have both these games in HD. And one of the other things I really liked, which I'll show a little bit later, I didn't hear great things about those games, haha, lol. So yeah, it's got the classic art style of Ace Attorney, just more HD, looks really pretty. Like all this animation. This is the part I love about here. They're like, hey, did you remember the original one? You can just choose to play in the old style, which is like the wildest thing, and I think is a really nice touch. So you can either choose to play as what the original looked like, with its pixel art style, or play the more like upscaled HD version of it. That's so cool. And, you know, we love our concept art. You can see all the concept art of the characters here. Really neat. And obviously they have like, the game's pretty, and it's got a soundtrack with orchestra versions of it. Like, they went so like above for this game. And you don't need to play really any of the other Ace Attorney games to play these two games. Maybe you need to play like maybe the original trilogy, I would say. But other than that, it's a pretty solid like set of games with a set of mysteries. And now you can play it, which is really cool. And it looks really pretty. So yeah. Happy for the Ace Attorney fans. They get to keep eating well. They've been eating very well recently. Like what? They had the two Japanese exclusive games come to the Switch. They had the Apollo series come to the Switch. They had the originals come to the Switch. Like, my goodness, they have so much you can play. Like, so much accessibility for this series. And it's a great series. Alright, 100 Lines, Last Defense Academy, the Danganronpa game that isn't Danganronpa. Like, immediately saw the art styles, like, yep, this is a Danganronpa game. But it seems interesting. It's like a mix between, like, Raincode and Danganronpa. So, Raincode's, like, 3D movement and, like, characters, and then you got, like, the visual novels art style of Danganronpa. So, yep. Definitely looks interesting for those people who are interested in those games. Seems to be a turn-based game? Not entirely sure, but yeah, definitely has the Danganronpa feel to it. I wonder if people will die in tragic ways. Why is there another schoolmaster? We've been over these. These guys are dangerous in the Danganronpa series. Let's not have them. Like, this guy is creepy. He's got a brain and heart that you can see. But, yeah, looks interesting. We'll have to keep an eye on it, because I do enjoy the Danganronpa series and such. And I enjoyed Raincode quite a bit. So, I would like to see a little bit on what this is. Some of the characters look like straight-up copies from the past games. I think that's just because of the art style, but yeah. Some of the characters do look like that. Hopefully they don't die so easily, considering the Danganronpa games. Alrighty, this game, a saga game, so I believe it's called Romancing Saga 2 Revenge of the Seven. The plotline does sound quite interesting. and it seems to be, I think, the reason it looks a bit jank, like this running animation is really jank. Because I think this is supposed to be a remaster or a remake. So, I think it's a remake. That's what they said. So, yeah, this camera angle is really jank. I don't like it. I don't know why they chose such a low down, like, angle. The character models look pretty nice. The story does sound somewhat intriguing. They got away with putting boobs on the Nintendo Direct. Yeah, I don't know what else to say really about this game. It's a turn-based RPG, which seems to have, like, a bit of what's the word? Tactical battles, like Fire Emblem sort of thing. Strategy. I don't know what it's called, but yeah. The animations look pretty neat. But yeah, it looks like it's gonna go for the Octopath thing, where you can choose which way to go for the 7 heroes. Still can't get over that. This guy sees a girl get attacked by, like, birds, and literally the 2 options are, she needs my help, and haha, serves alright. Like, holy heck, dude, no in between, just, like, go the hero route or the dick route. That's pretty much it. Like, holy heck. The main protagonist looks, yeah, I know, haha, serves alright is so cold. Like, main protagonist looks pretty well. He looks okay. He's got that anime Bishonen sort of look to him, but, like, holy heck. Yeah, the character designs and stuff, they're okay. Some of them are a little bit too, Yeah, especially a lot of the female characters seem to have a lot of, White Knight option or autistic option, no in between. So yeah, I think this seems to be pushing for, like, a choose-your-own-adventure sort of style, as apparently me clicking this far too many times has made it full screen. And the final thing I guess we can talk about, Metroid Prime 4 finally has actual gameplay. Like, how long have you guys been waiting for this? Like, so many years? So, I'm happy for you Metroid fans who have been able to see this game. The game looks really nice right now. It's still probably in development, so it probably will look a little bit better once we get to this point, but of what they're showing here, it looks pretty good. And I know a lot of people like the Metroid series. Like, this part here, the animation where she hits the corner, like there, and she bounces like that, that's really neat. The animations look really smooth, which is really good. We like to see good animations. Seems like they show a little bit of combat. And seems to be a new antagonist of some sort. It looks like a mix between Dark Samus and something else. But yeah, that's my only knowledge on, like, Metroid. My knowledge on Metroid's pretty surface level, to say the least. But I know a lot of people like the Prime series. I've been waiting for, like, information on this game. This cutscene here, it looks really pretty, gotta say. Look at that trailer now. Alrighty, I think we can. Let me see. You sent me the link. Blood. Will it open here? Okay. So this came out, yeah, 2 hours ago. Let me put the volume up.
Welcome to #Blood, a video game about social media, awkward high school dances, and a world-ending vampire apocalypse.
Yes, one of these 3 things is not like the
Assume
other.
the role of Becky Brewster, a freshman transfer student turned unwitting vampire slayer. Explore Carpentersville, a quaint town with a vast underbelly of evil nooks and deadly crannies. Got a crowbar? Use it to get around faster, accessing shortcuts through the sewers. You'll make many friends, but only one you count as your bestie. Say hello to my little Brenda. Get
yes.
help from your crafty neighbor Corey to upgrade Brenda with special attachments. Use the umbrella as a shield. Stun enemies and parachute off ledges. Dig your way to hidden places with the shovel. Unearth treasure and root out pesky
Did
enemies.
she just dig up a grave?
The grappling hook lets you repel past obstacles, break barriers, and collect hard-to-reach items. Train with your mentor Christofferson and unlock deadly finishing moves to vanquish your enemies in style. Expand your arsenal with ranged weapons. Nothing strikes a vamp straight in the heart like the precision of a #2 pencil. Cherry bombs pack a big punch to get you out of a jam, or even open passageways. The enemies you'll face are a menagerie of mutated monsters,
Goodness.
malfunctioning machines, and bloodsuckers of every ilk. Each requiring unique tactics to defeat. Unsure how to eliminate a foe? Use that newfangled phone your dad gave you to snap a selfie pic.
Oh my
and
God.
learn their weaknesses. Speaking of that phone, Perch's social media app is your lifeline to daily activities. Use it to make plans with friends, track your quest progress, and get helpful clues when you're stuck. But don't get too sucked into your feed. Those giant tech companies have ulterior motives. Be sure to stock up on school supplies and other necessities. You'll find these around town, at shops, hidden chests, and that shifty-looking dude in a trench coat. The missions you'll face are a test of brawn and brains with many tricky puzzles to solve. But the biggest test of them all are those big baddie bosses, commanded by the vampire lord, Dragor. Life won't return to normal until you take him and his minions out. You must approach each boss with unique combat techniques that you've honed over the course of your adventures.
Goodness, there's so much information here.
Adventure awaits in Carpentersville. So grab a controller, don't miss class, get on that bus, and kick some vampire ass. #Blood, the video game. Available now.
Holy heck, there was so much that was there. Alright, I guess I have to do... How sick does it look? Well, there's one thing this game has for it, is that wild animation style. Holy heck, is the animation style so good. Just like, how smooth it is, how, like, expressive it is. Like, at first I was like, I don't know about the art style, but like, just seeing all the, like, sheer animation that is in this game, you can, like, see how much is, like, how much effort went into this game. Like, I can't imagine how many sprites exist of this one character just to do, like, all these animations. Also, good to see that the most trustiest friend is literally just a hockey stick. Like, the attack animations are really interesting. I do like this bit here. You know how they have the characters talking and they have this paper effect? That looks really nice. Yeah, it does feel like a cartoon show sort of, vibe. But yeah, like, all this, like, little animations and stuff like that to make it, like, feel, and the sound effects to go with them. Also, yeah, she definitely just dug a grave. Okay. It feels like a mixture between, like, very childish and then you like, oh, wait a second, she is fighting with blood and stuff. But yeah, the UI in general is quite nice here. And you can see it has that... The very, like, look at this. The stretch and the over-exaggeration for attacks is really good. I wonder... The pickup item animation is really cool, too. And how I was talking about... Shawnee was talking about the UI. How it's got a slight wiggle to it, so it feels like that. You should play it. I might have to, like, consider looking at it at the very least. It has this, like, wobbly effect on all the UI stuff, which makes it a lot more, like, less stationary and gives it a bit more life. And yeah, just, like, the cartoon aspect of a lot of the, animations, the over-exaggeration of things. I do like how she takes damage, immediately takes a selfie, and she's just... The phone is cracked, she's damaged. Like, that's so silly. But yeah. And there's a social media, and apparently I do like how they're like, watch out for the social media people. It does have that Animal Crossing voice aspect too, where they're just like, when the characters seem to talk and such. I do like the funny fact that apparently the supposed online person, like if you look here, it's literally a bird. Like, you can't get any less subtle with that. Like, goodness. I wonder what other company used to be a bird. And it was a social media site. Such a jab. But yeah, definitely looks quite interesting. I saw Shawnee got timed out because he probably wrote a big thing. Or was there something else? Bot strikes again. Is there bots? Or are you talking about stream elements? But yeah, animation wise, this game does definitely have a very unique style. And yeah, the idle animation's quite expressive as well. Like, that's the best way to describe this game. It's very expressive, which works well for it. Alright, Blob mentioned about the Japanese Direct. I don't know if I'll be able to find the Japanese Direct. I just, Nintendo Direct. Okay, here's the Japanese one. Gonna leave a bit, I'll leave this lurking, or it's just, yeah. Give me a second, I think I found it. So, you did say there's a couple of games that are different. Alright, let's scroll over to those games, I guess. Well, this is all going to be in Japanese dialogue, so there's not much I can really talk about. Alright, so a card-based dragon game by the looks of it. This looks like a card game. Is this the same thing or a different thing? Or is this like a party game? Ace Combat. I have heard about Ace Combat. Like, I vaguely know about it. I guess that series is still going. Is it Japan only? Maybe. Alright. We will fast forward very briefly. Yeah, 1735-ish. We're just doing a quick go through here. Whoa, what the heck is this? The Mii's get a game? That's bull. They get a Mii game in Japan and then we don't get a Mii game. There's a bird strapped with a a bird with a machine gun. Oh, there's a pengy. This is the dramatic zoom in on the most derpy looking face. Ah, yes, that's the face of a true warrior. Dang, it's kind of a shame that this is Japan only. It's so nice. And it looks like it's only $9? Because that's yen, I assume. The $9.90, so it's $9.90, so $10 for this game. So it looks like a little tiny mini game sort of thing. That is funny. Alright, 33. This is after the Zelda one, I think. And Stray. So this is the interesting, this is different gameplay for the this Denpa thing. Yeah, it's literally an RPG. Wait, what is this? This just looks like Fall Guys. Wait, this just looks like Fall Guys, just chibi. They do look very cute. Oh, look at that Shibu Inu, who's very cute. Oh, so you can make your own original stages. That's cute. It's cute. 4 guys with more FPS and better graphics, yeah. Very cute. Not much more I can really say about that, unfortunately. 35, 14, so a little bit back here. Ah, One Piece. Good to see One Piece is still a thing. Keep playing it, it's a collection of games. Yeah, I just have to go back. I went a bit too forward. This game looks nice. Like, just considering One Piece is a big IP. I have... What is this one? Looks like something I recognize. I recognize this one. Goodness, this is an old game. Ah, yes. Reincarnated as a slime. Interesting, it's like a mixture of anime style and 3D. That's kind of neat. Gundam! Always have to have a Gundam. They love their Gundams. This is like Project Sekai's thing. Oh, look, it's Kaifu. I say as I'm like, oh wait a second, this is Kafu. She's like a Vocaloid, but a different company. So yeah, I do know who this character is. It's Kafu. So that's the song is sung by her. Neat. But yeah, this rhythm style I think is very similar to Project Sekai, but Sekai is on the mobile phone, so you can just tap. But it looks here like you need to use button commands for these. I wonder if this middle one is that you need to use either or both. I think it's either or. Rhythm games are rhythm games. Yeah, they're Kafu. But yeah, rhythm games are rhythm games. Some rhythm games are good depending on like how they play and the songs that you can get. So, if you like rhythm games, yeah. Whoa, what is this? Pretty Derby. Isn't that horses? But that looks like it's like cats. Whoa, the art style for this one's interesting. It's like a mix between old style pixel. Looks like another town-based one. Alright. Looks like we have covered all the Japanese exclusive stuff, by the looks of it. Alright. From what we saw in the Japanese stuff, it's a bit of a shame a couple of those things are locked in Japan. Some of them are like, yep, makes sense, they're more anime tie-ins. Like, Reincarnated as a Slime and One Piece. That bird game you were mentioning does look very silly and looks great at the same time. Why do we get me characters here, but we're gonna have to deal with Nintendo Switch Sports? Too bad the bird game is Japan only. Yeah, I know. It looks like a silly, charming game, like a very quick, silly, charming game. That's probably the only one I'm a little sad that is Japan only. Like, I can't get over his face. It's like when you look at an eagle straightforward and they just look so derpy, except it's very cute. Alrighty. Wow, we've yapped about the Nintendo Direct for 2 hours. Holy heck. I think it is time that we close the book on this, though. We've definitely done a lot of looking around. I'm sure there's a lot of different reactions that will be posted at some point. I'll have to try and post this one myself at some point as well. But yeah, I think it's time we switch over to Paper Mario now, so I'm gonna quickly do that after I take a quick drink. Get my my Switch is set up. It's just we need to switch over. That